this box to the camera. And then once I see myself do that over here, I'll be able to set a timestamp.
Well, we have a recap video.
We do?
Yeah, it's like an hour long, though.
Here we go. Okay. So now this would be the start of a video where you would just, like, talk about this session at, like, they haven't seen everything else.
Oh, okay. See, I woke up the same time class started. There was the... Let's see, what did I do after that?
The police officer.
Oh, yeah, police came by my room. He said he wanted some DNA evidence because I'd been accused of murder, basically. And then I have this memory of kicking a kid. I don't know why, no context. All I know is the time, and that I kicked a kid in front of a van. I gave him some evidence, and then he left. I started walking to class. Then I saw the kid's mom, and she remembered it too, and came after me. Then there was a bank robbery in progress, so I went over there to stop that.
It was a jewelry store.
Yeah, you're right, sorry. A jewelry store. The jewels were somehow controlling the robots and forcing them to pick up the jewels and carry them away. I was able to stop that by getting all of the jewels to stick to the magic axe. Then after that, I went into the Enterprise. Or I went back to Home Depot, I guess.
I think you took yourself and the axe
Yeah,
directly
you're
to
right.
Home Depot. Well, not to Home Depot, to the Enterprise.
Right.
Because the axe got too heavy once all the jewels connected to it.
Right. And then, heck. All the Enterprise was able to gather by scanning it was that there was some kind of magic energy, which I kind of already knew.
Mm-hmm.
See, I went upstairs. Oh, yeah, then there was the news station that was, like, interviewed the mother, and the news station put, like, $1 million reward on my head. And then Plain White crashes in through the ceiling to basically capture me.
After you had made the plan.
Yeah, I made a plan where, like, I would clone myself, and then we would turn the clone in, and whoever turned it in would get half of the money, but, like, everyone can see what you do on your subspace communicator, which I totally forgot whenever I said that. And then, yeah, so Plain White crashes through the roof and tries to turn me in, and then fails. Even though he had all of these obnoxious gadgets, we just punched him to death. Well, not to death.
You and your clone.
Yeah, me and my clone.
Because you did make the clone, you just didn't get the opportunity to turn him in first.
Yeah, we didn't kill him. Never. We didn't punch him to death. Never mind. We just punched him a bunch, and he got knocked out. And then, his shoes got turned in the mud.
By Scavenger, who just asked, do you need to roll for vehicle speed? No, vehicle speed's not rolled for.
And then, then we went back down into the Enterprise. Mysterious Vlad shows up and is like, I can help you, just get onto my bag. And then he takes one of my clone off to Pocket Dimension.
Because his bat wings are like a Venus flytrap.
Then
Kirby said he did EMP Plain White. That did happen.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Because Punky, Scavenger's character, picked up Kirby to bring him.
Oh, yeah.
He could be a part of the plan.
He EMP'd Plain White, and then
Punky filled up Home Depot.
the whole Home Depot with marijuana smoke, and then we couldn't see anything, so then I just used my power and pulled everyone into the Enterprise. And then Vlad showed up. And then, after Vlad showed up and said, you get my back or whatever, we were like, what do we do now? And he's like, oh, you just sit here and chill. And we're like, no. We use the scanners. There's like a military fleet, basically.
Well, he told you about the military fleet.
And then we use the scanners anyway, just to bust his meat. I don't know. He wasn't lying then. He was lying earlier, but... Mm-hmm. Then we see the fleet, and we just fly away, basically. They shoot at us, but the Enterprise has shields. And then when we get out of orbit, we activate the warp drive.
And you saw heroes chasing after you when you were, like, flying out of orbit.
Yeah. And then I got sucked into a wormhole.
Yeah.
And transported to a random planet with a jungle all over the surface. And a shrine in the center of it that has a similar energy signature to the axe.
And also all the creatures are like beasts and birds, but they're like minimum as smart as a human.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vegeta said, are you on your knees? No, I'm actually also in a rocking chair. I'd be surprisingly comfortable if I was on my knees this whole time. But yeah, that's a pretty solid recap. Let me do the whole color